Our scripture reading is from Ephesians chapter 4, starting at verse 11. Now these are the gifts Christ gave to the church: the apostles, the prophets, the evangelists, and the pastors and teachers. Their responsibility is to equip God's people to do His work and build up the church, the body of Christ. This will continue until we all come to such a unity in our faith and knowledge of God's Son that we will be mature in the Lord, measuring up to the full and complete standard of Christ. Then we will no longer be immature like children. We will not be tossed and blown about by every wind of new teaching. We will not be influenced when people try to trick us with lies so clever they sound like the truth. Instead, we will speak the truth in love, growing in every way more and more like Christ, who is the head of His body, the church. He makes the whole body fit together perfectly. As each part does its own special work, it helps the other parts grow, so that the whole body is healthy and growing and full of love.
There's a story about this elementary school teacher who asked her students what their favorite animal was. One little boy raised up his hand. Teacher, Johnny, what's your favorite animal? Fried chicken. Fried chicken is my favorite animal. Now the teacher said that he wasn't really funny, but she kind of chuckled. And so did all the other kids in class. And the little boy's this little boy's parents always told this little boy, always say the truth, no matter what. It's better to be honest and truthful than to be deceitful. And he felt, it is my favorite animal, fried chicken. So the teacher sent this boy to the principal's office and to kind of help this boy process this whole truth-telling thing about him. And the teacher asked him what happened, and the boy basically rehearsed what he said. The teacher asked me what my favorite animal was. I said, fried chicken. So, kind of, the principal started to chuckle. So the next day, the teacher went about and asked a similar question. What is your favorite live animal? Johnny, teacher. All right, Johnny. Chicken. I love chicken. It's my favorite. And she asked him why, and he told her, because you can make it into fried chicken. And so what happened to Johnny? Back to the principal's office. And of course, the principal was very interested and eager to hear what Johnny had said today in class, and he asked him again, so Johnny, what happened? Teacher asked me what my favorite live animal is. And I said, chicken. And why? And okay, what was the problem? Why is it chicken? Because you could make it into fried chicken. Still, the little boy didn't quite understand. Because his parents, like I said, always taught him to be honest. But his teacher didn't quite appreciate his level of honesty. So the day after, the little boy's teacher asked the students again another question. What famous person do you admire the most? Teacher! Johnny, yes, Colonel Sanders. Well, you know what happened to little Johnny. Oh, sweet Jesus. We live live in the age of information and misinformation. And there's a huge proliferation of it there. Between emails and blogs and news channels, the radio, television, Facebook, Snapchat, WhatsApp, you name whatever app you like to communicate. There are billions and billions of communications sent out on a daily basis. And some of them are benign, others are more malignant, others are persuasive, some of them are just plain funny. In either case, some of these communications, like emojis, are akin to ancient hieroglyphs. And then, and also, some people say, this is taking communication backwards, but it's just another way of expressing yourself. The proliferation of the means of communication has not necessarily made things better all the way around. Because nowadays we face some serious violence. I remember a couple of years ago, I went to Vanessa's school assembly, and I remember how the then school district superintendent, Dean Sanders, spoke very powerfully about his own experience as a kid, where he embarrassingly, and he says this, took on the role of a bully in school, where he would intimidate other children, and how things have not changed, but have become much more intense through things like cyberbullying. People go online and they just abuse people. Kids never get arrested. You hear it on the news. Kids commit suicide over the level of harassment that they receive, or they harm themselves, and go to these extremes. All this is to say that all of our technological advances still have not changed the human heart. No matter how far along we are as far as technology is concerned, and our knowledge of the world, and our knowledge of how things work, and of our knowledge of many different things, the human heart is still the human heart. And we still struggle with how to put things together in ways that are coherent. We still struggle to honor God with all of our heart, soul, mind, and strength. We still struggle to do that. The Bible says that out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Now, the internet was not invented when the Bible was written. We know that. But the biblical principles for communication, the biblical principles for how we are to interact with one another are still very, oddly enough, very, very, very relevant to us today. And so, in hearing the scripture today, where it speaks about the gifts and the graces that the church has through different ministries, let me rehearse with you one more time part of the scripture, starting on verse 14, where the Apostle Paul is writing to the Ephesian church, which is a church that's in the middle of Ephesus, where they have where they worship the god Artemis, and they have this gigantic, beautiful marble temple, and people go there day and night to worship Artemis and to see all the beauty of the temple and go to this monolithic city. Paul says to them, "You will no longer be like immature children. We won't be tossed and blown about by every new teaching. We will not be influenced as God's people. When people try to trick us with lies so clever that they sound like the truth. Instead, as God's people, as we face everything that we have to face, as we have to give an apology, a statement for our faith, the reason why we believe what we believe, we will speak the truth in love, growing in every way more and more like Christ, who is the head of his body, the church." For Paul's instruction in these few verses, we can get basically two important applications for how we live our life together, for how we communicate with one another and with the world. And it may seem somewhat elementary, but it's necessary. He says, first, we are to speak the truth. And second, we are to speak the truth in love, characterized by love. it is in the way in which you communicate to someone. For example, if you're getting frustrated with a child, it's not good to really just get more frustrated and to express that in that way because you frustrate them. And then they're confused as to how to react because they just may decide to not do anything at all. And you may be familiar how sometimes, that nobody from here, of course, how some people rather try to do a kind thing in an ungracious manner. In such a way where the other person might feel that you're irritated with them. I'm going to do you a favor, but yeah, I'm going to listen to you, but yeah, I know you're going through issues, but let me give you a piece of my mind, because I'm sick and tired of listening to you. And rather than that person feeling grateful or, and indebted to you, they just feel like, holy cow, I should have never said anything. And we know how some people, maybe really, really, really well-meaning, and yet their words carve deep into the heart in the worst kind of way. And of course, there's the opposite. There are those who have such grace in their words, who have such an ability to communicate, that even when they have to chastise you, even when they have to correct you, you feel like if you have offended. It goes both ways. In any case, when we speak the truth, you could be like little Johnny, who just is oblivious, or you could be more like Jesus, who fully knows what's going on. There's a very interesting story in the scriptures when Jesus talked to Zacchaeus, who was up on a tree, who was a tax collector, hated by everyone, in his whole community. He's an outcast. He's right there with the sinners and the prostitutes. It's the sinners, the prostitutes, and the tax collectors. And Jesus tells Zacchaeus, today I'm going to your house. We're going to go eat together. And you hear the Pharisees who says, who is this man? And how dare he go eat with sinners? He's the one that eats with sinners. And they're telling the truth. Absolutely, 100%. They speak the truth. But it's not in love. It's out of envy. It's out of malice. It's out of this spirit of division rather than reconciliation. And so Jesus, and they murmur. The Bible says that he has gone with this man, with this sinner. You hear other scriptures when it talks about speaking the truth, not in love, but maybe out of malice, with the desire to give pain, combined with a certain amount of coarseness and angst that just crushes the spirit. That is not the truth that the Bible talks about. The truth that the Bible talks about is a truth in the spirit of love. And if you remember anything about what the Bible says when you go to a wedding and they read 1 Corinthians chapter 13, you hear that love is patient, love is kind, love is forgiving. Love holds all, bears all, believes all. Love never ends. The truth spoken in love has a greater force to do good, to help people, to heal, than a truth spoken in severity, even though it is spoken with the best of intentions. Now, I have to say that sometimes us preachers, we're guilty of that second one, of speaking the truth in severity. When our sermons are pure hellfire and brimstone, and no grace, no heaven, no peace, or very little reconciliation, and you're left wondering, God, do you love me? You're left wondering if there's this cosmic figure that's waiting for you to mess up to strike you down. That is maybe not the best approach. Because you can catch more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. The Bible says, speak the truth in love. But it's very fascinating because when you go into the Greek of the text, the intent of it is not only to speak the truth in love. Because everything that has to do with God and with Jesus always ends up coming to the heart of the matter. See, because when Paul refers to the conduct and to our speech, he also is talking about what's in your heart. And literally, he's saying, walk in truth. Walk in the truth in love. That is in your thinking, your speaking, in your doing. The truth. Do the truth in love. These two combined are inseparable for the Christian. The truth and love, those two things are not mutually exclusive. They have to go together. Now, to what degree is a Christian bound to speak the truth? When they're disagreeable, when they're perhaps finding fault. I think this is where we need God's help. Because when we see something, I think it's the human tendency to want to put your finger on it. And say, ooh, look at that. That's bleeding. I know that hurts. You need to heal that. You do that about politics. You do that about our neighbors. You do that about our communities. You do that about most things. And yet, the Bible says be slow to speak and quick to listen. So what the call is to avoid the extreme of being so polite that it seems that we're proving the wrong that needs to be addressed. But at the same time, avoid that blurting out, that desire to want to put your finger on it to cause pain. So we're led back to God. To God who calls us to, yes, to enter into covenant with one another, to hold each other up, to lift the body up, to hold one another up in prayer and in the truth of God's love. But at the same time, to temper that first impulse. We're led back to that second characteristic of love, which is to be in our heart, in our speech, and in our life. The Bible says out of all the qualities of the Christian faith, three remain: faith, hope, and love. And the greatest of these, the one that ends up being there all at the end, for all of eternity, is love. And love is the primary ethic to everything, including telling the truth. We live in a world that is increasingly hard to communicate the truth and love. In our world, love, we equate love with tolerance for all beliefs and all actions. That's not always true. But we have to know that truth without love will fail to do what God meant it for. And on the same token, love without truth might just flatter somebody into a false peace. As a church, as God's people, and I close with this, our job, our goal, is not to stomp on people with the truth, or even to win arguments. When I was a kid, I used to knock on people's doors. And, I would go and tell them things like, do you know if you die today, do you know where you'll be? I was one of those, yeah. Are you going to heaven or hell? And I would judge. I think you're going to hell. If you don't come to church this Sunday. It wasn't very effective, I gotta say. It might have been the truth, I don't know. But I wonder how much love there was in that. A lot of good intentions. A lot of good hopes. Maybe not as effective. God has called us to be the kingdom people who take love and take truth and bind them together. Bind them to the body of Christ. And tolerate and hold close to till you love the evil out. There was this one lady, the church I belonged to, real sensitive spirit she had. One of those people, you know those kind of like the church mothers. And we get all sorts of them. You get the ones who are just keeping things in order. We've had those here. I think I've heard a little bit about some people. And those who, if you walk in through that door, they can't help but to hug you and hold your hand and be like, baby, come here. Let me tell you something. Oh, I'm so glad to see you in church. And she was one of those people. I remember one particular Sunday that I kind of went, going through a lot of things at home with my mother, and it was just a bad time. It was a dark time. And I'm wondering about my own faith and my ability to follow through and all these things. And I'm coming into church and I'm kind of down. And she picked up on that. And she said, baby, come here. Come here, baby. What's going on? Are you down? I'm like, I'm down. Come here. And she grabs me. She just holds me. And holds me. Until tears start to come out of my eyes. And that was the truth spoken in love. Oh, greater than I could ever experience, because I understood the love of God right there. That no matter what you're going through, no matter where you think you are in your heart and in your mind, God still embraces you and holds you close. Our goal is not to stomp on people with the truth or to win arguments, but to love the world into the kingdom of God. Let us pray. Father God, we thank you for your Holy Spirit, which leads us and guides us to all truth. That gives us, in the moments of our need, the words that we need to speak, so that we may speak the truth in a spirit of love. Lord, we know that there are hard things that sometimes we need to say. But Lord, what we want to do is depend and wait upon your wisdom before we even dare utter a word. And so, Lord God, I pray for all of my brothers and sisters here who face hard decisions, who have things in their hearts that need to be spoken. At the very least, they need to be addressed and let out. Grant them and us and me, Lord, the spirit of your love. Give us wisdom and grace in our words and in our interactions. Let it be so that the world may see your love through each and every one of our words, through the way that we act, through the way that we are, Lord. That we might be able to communicate your grace in all things.